Hi everyone, I am Niyatova Maftuna. I am a teacher of the Jizzax branch of the National University of Uzbekistan, which is named after Mirzo Ulugʻbek. And today I am going to speak about degrees of comparison. If you are ready, let's start. So, it is impossible to change the degrees of comparison of an adjective or adverb in a sentence without changing the meaning of the sentence. Comparison can be made using the three forms of the adjective. They are positive, comparative, and superlative. Positive degree of an adjective in comparison is the adjective in its simple form. It is used to denote the mere existence of some quality of what you speak about. It is used when no comparison is made. For example, it is a tall building. Mina is a nice girl. Comparative degree. Comparative degree denotes the existence of a higher degree of the quality than the positive. It is used when two things or two sets of things are comparison. This building is taller than any other building. Apple is sweeter than pear. Mina is nicer than the most other girls in the class. Superlative degree. This type of degree denotes the existence of the highest degree of the quality. It is used when more than two things are compared. This is the tallest building. Apple is the sweetest fruit. Mina is one of the nicest girls in the class. Table, you can see the list of degrees of comparison by adding er or est. They can be, for example, bright, brighter, brightest, bold, bolder, boldest, clever, cleverer, cleverest, cold, colder, coldest, and etc. In this picture, you can see the degrees of comparison by adding R and ST without E, silent E. For example, brave, braver, bravest, fine, finer, finest, large, larger, largest, nice, nicer, nicest, simple, simpler, simplest, wise, wiser, wisest, and etc. Here you can see the degrees of comparison by deleting the final Y and adding IER and IEST. For example, costly. Costly ends with Y, and to make comparative degree of the word, we can use Y changes I and we can add ER. And in superlative, as usual, costliest. Y changes I and we can add EST. And others like dry, drier, driest, easy, easier, easiest, happy, happier, happiest, and etc. This type of adjectives can be doubled by big, bigger, biggest, dim, dimmer, dimmest, fat, fatter, fattest, hot, hotter, hottest, thin, thinner, thinnest, and etc. You know that there are three or more syllable adjectives in English. In this case, we can add more and the most words before the adjective in comparative and superlative degrees. For example, active in positive, more active in comparative, the most active in superlative. And others, attractive, more attractive, the most attractive. Beautiful, more beautiful in English. They can change the form of the word in comparative and superlative degree. For example, bad in positive, but in comparative and superlative, the word changes its form, like worse, worst, evil, worse, worst, good, better, the best, ill, worse, the worst, far, farther, and farthest, well, better, the best, late, later, the latest, little, less, least, much, many, more, the most, and etc. So, changes in degrees of comparison. Here, more than two persons or pitchless comparisons are of this type. Iron is most useful of all metals. Iron is more useful than any other metal. No other metal is so useful as iron. Rainwater is the purest water. Rainwater is purer than any other water. No other water is so pure as rainwater. Here only two persons or peoples or places or things are compared. For this type there is no superlative form. For example, Paris is hotter than England. England is not so hot as Paris. The Blue Mountain Express runs faster than the Green Express. Green Express. Comparisons and contrasts. When we compare two objects, persons, qualities, degrees, and etc. that are some respects equal, we may use the comparison of equality. This is formed by the use of as adjective adverb as. For example, your house is as large as mine. When we compare unequal subjects, we may use the comparative degree of the adjective or adverb with than. His new book is more interesting than his earlier books. Next one. When the comparison is negative, we use so adjective adverb so. Your house is not quite so large as mine. In some adverbial clauses of comparison, both subjects think more about their rights than they do about their duties. In clauses of comparison introduced by then, that should is used. I am all ready to do the work myself rather than that you should have to do it. Comparison and contrast are also expressed by the use of the with comparatives. The sooner you start, the sooner you will finish. The more he read, the less he understood. So dear learners, it is my lesson about comparative, superlative and positive degrees of adverbs and